Hello, lovely people. New adventure unlocked. I'm headed to the next game. My mama's here. We're going to Aqua Zumba. I am getting out of my comfort zone. I am trying fencing today. I'm just there for the vibes. I know nothing about baseball. I'm there for the vibes. Hello, lovely people. How are y'all doing? Listen, Linda, listen. Your girl is tired. I am tired. I am not doing this long hour review. I do not know how people react and review to shows, and it's like an hour. I can't do it. I am going to try my best to review this show, but I got my little one out there on the iPad. Don't judge me. I do screen time. And I got chicken in the oven. So if I get interrupted, I got to go. I will put out whatever I put out. Now, so listen, I am new at this reviewing show thing. And, you know, I said in my last video, I'm not going to recap word for word. Like, it is hard. So I was like, I was going to delete the video, but I was like, you know what, let me just put it out there. Just take the risk. And some of y'all, you know, that showed your girl love. You were like, you know what, I like it. It's kind of funny. So you all liked when I asked the question, which girl do you identify with? So that was nice. I felt a little good. I was like, okay, you know, let me go ahead and review the show. So anyway, all right, so we are recapping season 1, episode 2. So we start off with the scallywag telling Rashida, I've been sleeping with your husband. So Rashida says, and I really love Rashida's approach because she didn't smack the chick across the face, kick down to your door and smack your chick. What song is that from? That's from Monica. Anyway, she played it cool, calm, and collected. She did not let this chick see her sweat. She was being passive aggressive. She was comforting the girl, like, it's okay. Tell me what happened. And still trying to get stuff. So she was like, so where did y'all have sex? Oh, in his office. Oh, in his office, you say. Around what time? Around 7:30. She's like, okay. And she's like, it's okay, go on. And she's like, it was on my birthday. Now, you're going to remember the date of your birthday. That's very significant. She's like, it was on my birthday, and he kissed me. So she's saying the pastor came on to her, you know, and he made me perform, you know. Rashida was like, I'm so sorry, right? But Rashida's clocking her. So I'm looking at Rashida like, the level of emotional intelligence this woman is possessing right now, God, give me that emotional intelligence, okay? So Rashida goes, come with me somewhere. So the scallywag, I don't even know her name, I'm calling her scallywag. You bald-headed scallywag. Anyway, so the scallywag is like, is he here? Talking about the pastor. But she's like, no. He's home. Come with me for a second. She's like, okay. So they run into Bridget in the hallway, and Bridget is like, can I help you with something? Rashida's like, oh, no, it's fine. They go into the pastor's office. So Rashida goes and sits herself at the pastor's desk. She goes, now tell me, when did you all have sex again? She's like, every Thursday. Rashida's like, every Thursday. Well, not every Thursday, but most Thursdays. Oh. So Rashida gets the calendar. Okay, well, you said Thursday on your birthday at 7:30. He would have been home at that time, you know? And the girl's like, I don't think, before that, the girl was like, I don't think this is helping. Rashida's like, oh, no, it's helping. The way I cackled when Rashida was like, oh, no, it's helping. Because she's clocking you. She's getting details. She's setting you up. She's reeling you in. So Rashida's like, Oh, so the girl, Scallywag, is like, so you don't believe me? She's like, oh, no. See, let me read a scripture. So she goes in there and she starts reading a scripture about Psalm whatever. I forgot. I thought I wrote it down somewhere. Psalm whatever. Something about the wicked, right? And the girl's like, is the last part about your husband? She's like, no, the last part's about you. Where she's like, see, I've been watching you. The way you look at him. Now, at first, I'm not going to lie. At first, I said, Rashida, you about to be one of these women where somebody's telling you some information and you just going to be naive, right? But I didn't know that Tyler Perry had a twist. That this is a recurring theme with these scallywags, right? So she said, I've been seeing how you've been watching him. You know, my husband's not perfect, but, you know, I've been seeing how you've been watching him. So Rashida's telling her, I've been peeping you. She's like, you know, I have something called the Holy Spirit. And I've been peeping you, right? Anyway, so the girl's like, Rashida's like, so if you didn't want money, you would have called the police. She's like, well, I'm gonna get a lawyer. Rashida's like, that's it. Tell me what you want, right? So anyway, whatever. She dismisses the girl, right? Because Rashida told her, we got cameras. Okay, we got cameras here, we got cameras there, we got cameras outside the office. And we have audio. So she was like, what you selling, I ain't buying. Big on, Scallywag, big on. So anyway, so this is where we know like this is a recurring thing. So Bridget comes in and is like, another one. And Rashida's like, yeah, I'm so tired of these women, you know. So Bridget's like, well, you know what? He should appreciate that you're trying to protect. So basically, this is a thing. This pastor, because, you know, he is fine, has had scallywags just trying to cause a ruckus, right? So Rashida is the one that told the pastor, let's put cameras so we can protect ourselves, protect the church. And that's the thing. It's like when you're first lady, it's like you got to play like, you have to have a discernment. You got to watch out for other people while serving. Rashida's going through a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I like that scene. So let's go to Tiffany. No, is it Tiffany? Bridget. I can't get him. Oh, Bridget. I wrote Tiffany with Bridget. Okay, why are they doing Bridget like this? Not only have they made her the help, but now they've made her man a bum. Like a certified bum. And I'm just like, I just feel like all the characters are cool, but they just really have done Bridget so wrong. I don't like it. Anyway, so her man is this youngin' who Bridget got him a job. This is the fourth job Bridget has gotten him, okay, as a server, and she gets a call from the boss. His name is Vaughn. Yeah, Vaughn's boss calls and says, oh, he quit on me, you know? And basically, Bridget is stigmatized, okay? And this dude is living off of her. And he's just, I don't know. Vaughn could go for me. He's just, whatever. So anyway, Bridget's like, look, I've got this banquet. I don't have time to deal with you. Oh, he's like, I'm a creative. Yeah, I just got to do my creative stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm a creative, but I got a full-time job, okay? You need to get a job, you know. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go play video games. He just... So Bridget's like, oh, yeah, they got a banquet, right? The church is throwing a banquet because they're trying to get a new building because they have, like, 3 or 2 services. They're getting tired, so they need a bigger building so they can fit everybody in the building so they can just have one service. Listen, I know how it is. Well, I don't know how it is, but my church used to have 3 services, and now they have 2. Like, it could be a lot. It could be a lot. Anyway, so Vaughn's like, oh, I can go with you to the church function. And Bridget's like, no, it's black tie. This Negro gonna say, oh, I got a black tie. See, Bridget, you cannot be with a man that when you say something is black tie, they don't know what that means. Like that, how do you say, like, she's out of his league or he's out of the league. Like, they're not in the same league. They're not in alignment. They're not equally yoked, okay? So anyway, she's like, oh no, you don't need to come with me. This fool goes to the bottom of the hamper to go get his server outfit to wear to the banquet. If I was Bridget, I would have given him the wrong information. I would have given him the wrong time, the wrong building, and I would have said, meet me there. And then when he showed up, I would be like, oh, did I say it started at 6? Oh, it actually started at 8. And it's on the other side of the town. Because, you know, he ain't got no car. I would have just made up something. I would have just, I wrote down, what a bum. Our girl Naomi. Now, I don't think I talked about Naomi much in the last video. But Naomi is a mess. She's stalking her ex-husband on social media because the ex-husband and the new wife is taunting her. They put on social media, oh, recreating all these memories. Oh, my ex-wife, nothing will make my new wife happier than getting everything back, whatever. So she getting glammed up for the banquet because she's also going to the banquet, and nobody knows if Franklin's coming. Like, that's the thing. Is Franklin coming? But Franklin has not confirmed that he's coming, right? So she got her glam squad, but she is being a bitch to them. And they basically tell her about herself. They're like, look, like, we love you, we're your friends, but you're being a bitch. But Naomi has gone through a lot, okay? Like, she has gone through a lot. She gets mad because her stylist or her makeup artist takes the phone from her. She's like, give me my phone back, you know, because she on the social media. So they talk to her, they make her feel good or whatever, you know. What's her name, Naomi? She's very condescending towards them. She's like, I'm gonna fire you. I don't know. I don't know if I like Naomi's character. But again, she's going through a lot. So I'm trying to give her a lot of grace because I know she's going through a lot, okay? So you get to see Geneva and her husband's relationship and the Nika, whose daughter, and the father relationship. Basically, she's the daddy's girl because the dad is more involved. Geneva's always working, you know, like, yeah, she's, you know, Geneva is, I think she's the breadwinner. It sounds like she's the breadwinner. So the husband comes in and Geneva's acting all something because, you know, previously she suspected her husband is cheating on her with Maddie's mom. So she's acting cold towards her husband. So her husband's like, you know, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, everything's fine. And the husband's trying to be all lovey-dovey with her. He's planning a trip to Italy. He's like, you know, I can't wait for us to go. Please don't cancel. She's like, I'm not going to cancel. And then he says, you know, I know, because remember, in the last episode, they went to go pick up Anika from school. And that's not what Geneva usually does, because that's what the father does. I guess like the father went on a work trip. So the husband's like, oh, I know that dealing with Anika is a lot. So Geneva's like, excuse me, are you calling me a bad mom? He's like, no, I'm not calling you a bad mom. I just know that this is not what you do. So that was insulting, you know, because maybe you were the one that's more involved, but that is Loki kind of calling her like a bad mom. You could tell is trying to make Geneva happy. He's like, you know, I'm going to go run a bath if you want to come in. She's like, no, you go do your thing. I'll be in the bathroom later. He's like, let me know if you change your mind. She's just not feeling him, right? And the husband's like, did I do something? I feel like I did something. He's like, it's not your birthday. It's not your anniversary. He's like looking at his phone like what's up? And she's just like, yeah, I'm fine. Real like cold like, right? Anyway, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna go run a bath. She's like, okay, you know, so she's trying to figure her life out. Anyway, so we go back to Rashida and I'm calling him Devon Franklin. What's the pastor's name? I don't even remember. Anyway, because Devon is so fine. Devon is so fine that I don't even know his character's name. Here's the thing. Rashida has been shooing these scallywags away so much. We don't even have a scene where Rashida telling, like, she's not even like, babe, guess what happened? Another one came in. Like, she is protecting this man and he don't even realize it. Like he just, treating her cold and she literally got your back. But anyway, so Rashida come home, the husband's on the phone and he's like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Did I miss something? I think I missed a scene, y'all. Hold on. Oh, whatever. There's a scene where, I'm trying to find out if this happens before or after, but Eva is at Rashida's house, right? And first of all, Rashida's children, they need to be smacked. They're so disrespectful. She comes home, they're on the phone, they're doing a thing. He's like, hello. They just ignore her. She's like, hello. I'm on the phone, Mom. I'm like, if you don't get off the phone. Anyway, so they're just spoiled brats, whatever. So she talks to Geneva and Geneva's like, look, I do feel like my husband's cheating on me, and Rashida's like, are you sure? And this is where we find out why Geneva is so fixated on trying to figure out if her husband is cheating on her, because Rashida's like, are you sure this is not about what happened 6 years ago? Well, what happened 6 years ago, you ask? Well, 6 years ago, Geneva cheated with JOVON. And the 6 years is gonna be very significant. So pause that, okay? 6 years ago, Geneva cheated with JOVON. And so Rashida's like, are you sure that because you cheated on your husband, you're trying to catch him cheating to ease your guilty conscience? She's like, no, that's not it. I know he's cheating on me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Rashida's like, he's a good man, Savannah. No, Rashida didn't say that. But in so many words, Rashida was like, he's a good man, Savannah. And now that I think about it, we use he's the good man, Savannah in the wrong context. Because he was not a good man, Savannah. He was a married man that was cheating. So we need to stop saying that statement, like he's a good man, Savannah. We use it in the wrong context. Hello? Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. Anyway, so Geneva is basically like, I know he's cheating on me and I just got to figure out what to do. And Rashida's like, okay, so if he's cheating on you, and then what? Geneva's like, what do you mean and then what? Rashida's like, and then what? Like, what are you going to do? Basically, Geneva didn't know. She just wanted to catch him cheating. Anyway, so now I think this is the scene that happens where Geneva comes into the room. Oh, Rashida basically said, women, we are the neck. The men is the head, and the neck turns, because sometimes the men don't know what to be doing. I think she's low-key right. Anyway, so as she's saying that, Pastor comes in, and he's like, I'm looking for my gym bag. And Rashida's like, see what I'm talking about? Your gym bag is in the laundry room. He's like, oh, for real? I didn't even know. And Rashida's look at Geneva is like, see, don't know what's going on half the time. Anyway, all right. So then Rashida, I guess Geneva leaves. Rashida come back into the room. The pastor's on the phone. And then the pastor says, oh yeah, that's her. And Rashida's like, what you mean? Yeah, that's her. Gaslighting at its finest, because the pastor's like, Rashida. So Rashida's like, well, what kind of conversations are you having that your wife can't have? See, I don't want to do this right now. Then they start fighting. So the kids overhear them fighting, and the kids is like, what is your problem? Y'all act like y'all do not like each other until you're around church folks. And they're like, oh, that's not true. That's not true. And then the pastor's like, you wait until you've been married for 20-something years. The daughter's like, I'm never getting married because of y'all. And then the pastor's like, sometimes you get married, sometimes you love them, but sometimes you don't like them. Anyway, so the son is like, I can't wait to go to college. And the pastor is like, ooh, that day can't come fast enough. Now, I thought that was wrong that he said that to his son, but whatever. Anyway, so the kids, they leave, they're pissed off, whatever. So now, because the kid said, y'all teach communication at the class. Don't you know the tools? And Rashida's like, yes, we do. Yes, we do know the tools. So the irony is that they just told their children that they know how to communicate because they teach communication classes. And then when the kids leave, Rashida's trying to communicate with Pastor about the nature of the relationship, and Pastor don't want to communicate. He's like, I can't deal with this right now. I'll talk to you later. So completely dismisses her. Hypocrite much? Anyway. So, huge communication issues. All right, so this is the part where I was like, Tyler Perry, you were no good. So let's go over to Geneva's house. Take a sip of water for this. We go over to Geneva's house. They're getting ready for the banquet. Remember, there's a banquet tonight, right? And then Geneva comes downstairs looking cute. Guess who the husband is talking to in their living room? JOVON. JOVON, you are an old, tired, stalker son of a bitch, okay? Because what are you doing there? Somehow, the husband's like, oh, I invited JOVON because, babe, guess what? He's back in town and he's divorced. And Geneva's like, oh, no, first of all, either the husband is just naive. So I have an angle. Because I'm like, does the husband not read the energy between these two? Because first of all, if he is a friend that has been long gone, when Geneva came downstairs and saw this man that she has not seen in 6 years in her living room, you would think, you'd be like, hey, how are you? Wow, what are you doing here? Geneva's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, babe, I invited him. We used to have a good time, you know. So I'm like, either the husband knows what's going on and trying to set him up for the okie doke, because it's Tyler Perry, you know, it's Tyler Perry. Oh, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna have to stay tuned. And I'm like, the husband's not reading the tension. Like, why is there so much tension between y'all? Like, what's going on? But anyway, I digress. So he's like, oh, babe, she got divorced. He got divorced. And Jenny was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And he's like, it's okay. Well, she wasn't the love of my life. Because you are Geneva. That's what he's trying to say. You are the love of his life. So then he's like, oh, and I invited him to the banquet. JOVON, you old tired ass stalker son of a bitch. Anyway, so the husband's like, oh, and you should meet our friend Tiffany. She's single, you're single, let's try to hook it up. So I'm like, it's about to be a mess. 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 Steve was just trying to process. You know, the acting is too many pauses. Only Tyler Perry shows where they just pause. Like, it's like, hello, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? It's kind of like they're waiting for someone to say, now you may speak. Now it's just like, that's not how you have a conversation. Like, it's too many pauses. But I think that's the thing with Tyler Perry. I don't know why the acting is so bad. But anyway, so they go, or the husband goes, oh, he calls the nanny. Can you bring our daughter, Anika? JOVON's like, oh, what a very pretty name. And the husband goes, oh, I lost in that one. I wanted to name her after my mother, but I lost the fight. And Geneva named her. Oh, okay. So automatically you're like, what's up with that? So then Anika comes and goes, wow, you're so beautiful like your mommy. You've got eyes like you're so beautiful like your mommy. She's like, thank you. My name means graceful. I think, or something, graceful or peaceful, I don't know, one of those. And he's like, well, that you are. So she's like, Daddy, I want you to put me to bed. Again, she's a daddy's girl. She didn't ask for mommy, she asked for daddy. So daddy takes her upstairs. So he's like, Anika, huh? We were gonna name her that. He's like, we talked about having a baby. Oh, and here's the thing. JOVON also said, because JOVON was throwing shade too. JOVON was like, oh, I'm so glad you had a baby because I know that, what's this on my watch? Oh, I'm so glad you had the baby because I know you guys were having some trouble. And they're like, yeah, thank you. You know, so that's a clue. That's a clue. So JOVON is like, I can't help but to notice that she has her father's eyes. Is she mine? I said, what? Come again? What did you just say? He's like, and what did Geneva even say? I forgot the response. I was so gagged. I forgot the response. What did Geneva say? And that was the end of that. I think that was the end of that, right? Geneva, you're tired as son of a gun. So I said, okay. I see where this is going. I see where this is going. So the baby ain't his. The baby is not the husband. The baby is JOVON's. So that's gonna be a thing. JOVON is gonna come and wreck it all. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So I'm going to hurry up and watch episode 3 because they're on episode 7. So I'm going to try and put this video out, and then I'm going to watch episode 3, and then 4, and then 5. And so I'm going to try and put out a review every day so I can get caught up. But so far, I like the show. I like the show. Now, if it starts getting crazy like SISTAS, I'm going to have to bow out. But so far, I'm sticking with it. Bye, y'all.